Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has introduced the Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishthan bill in the parliament, aiming to overhaul India's higher education system. The bill proposes a single overarching higher education commission supported by 3 regulatory councils. The bill has now been sent to a joint parliamentary committee for a detailed review and recommendations. The new 3-council structure will act as the sole regulator for higher education. It will be responsible for outcome-based accreditation, setting academic standards and granting greater autonomy to institutions. Members of the 3 wings will be appointed by the centre through a 3-member search panel. The bill also outlines strict penalties. Institutions violating provisions could face fines ranging from 10 lakh rupees to 30 lakh rupees to even 2 crores, while repeat offences may attract penalties of at least 75 lakh rupees or suspension. Setting up a university without government approval could draw a fine of up to 2 crores. As I said earlier, the proposal has sparked strong protest from the opposition. Several lawmakers warned that it could undermine institutional autonomy and lead to excessive centralization of higher education. To take this now forward, I'm now joined by R. Subramaniam, former Secretary of Higher Education and Social Justice. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. Do you think having an umbrella organization for all the regulatory approvals is the right way forward? Was this reform really needed for the higher education sector?
Parikshit, yeah, it is. It has been debated for a long time. And one of the reasons why we have a very disjointed academic structure in the higher education has been the multiple regulators. This is a problem which institutions have faced, which has depressed the interest of the private sector, and also in many cases it has done little benefit for improving the academic standards. So as you know, in the NEP 2020, this has therefore figured as a prominent recommendation that we need to have a single regulator. So it has been on the table for a long time. I think it is absolutely necessary.
Right. And when it comes to the grant dispersal, this will now, as per the bill, be taken up by the Ministry of Education. Many in the opposition have raised complaints that this is not the right thing to do. The government can't take up the issue of granting money to organizations, to institutions. What do you think is the right way forward? Is this the right step? The bill has now gone to a parliamentary committee.
It is the right step, because even now the grants for the higher educational institutions, especially through PM Usha and schemes like this, is being still made through the ministry, and ministry being responsible to parliament for the expenditure of the grant. I think it is absolutely essential that the grant making power remains with government. I think on that we have no doubt, and government has been releasing money to various institutions, to the state governments under various schemes. I don't think we should find fault on this particular count. There could be many areas where it can be improved.
Where do you think we need improvements or greater deliberations, and why do you think the government found it justified to first refer the bill to a parliamentary committee for greater discussions?
I think it's this is a bill which has to really replace dictatorship with the deliberation. We need to have a regulator who builds consensus, not tries to control, because there are state governments which are spending a lot of money, more money than what central government is spending on higher education, and their views should be heard. So therefore, it is very right thing that further discussion is required on this, and the concerns of the state governments should be brought into the bill explicitly, so that they feel comfortable, because they control nearly 90% of the institutions in this country.
Right. As far as the penalties go in terms of violations, they can go up to almost 2 crore rupees. Closure of the institute can also take place. Is this something in line with global standards? And also the point about getting foreign universities to participate in the Indian education story. Will these new regulations make it more attractive for foreign universities to enter?
Foreign universities have been lining up to enter the Indian market, and there has been a lot of interest of late, especially. But of course, I think for me personally, I feel that it is necessary for Indian universities to set up campuses abroad. because that will only come under educational export, and foreign universities coming into India is an educational import. So to that extent, foreign universities clamor to come to India would be there, but it should be properly regulated, because we don't want any universities to come and set up campus. If there are top line universities ranked in the top 100 in the world, I think they should be welcomed definitely, and they can set up campus. That will also send some sort of a signal to our own top institutions on the global standards. So it is only for that purpose we should really look at getting foreign universities. But definitely, a number of Indian universities want to set up campuses abroad, and this regulator should facilitate that, because that is very important for spreading the India's soft power abroad.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Subramanian, for joining us to speak about the new higher education bill, which builds an umbrella organization to grant the regulatory approvals to higher education institutions in the country. That's all we have time for here on News Center. Goodbye and thanks for watching.